are underdogs at our house. At our house. Why they do that? We have yet to realize what we are. We are the Broncos.
As the NFL celebrates the 50th anniversary of the American Football League, it's fitting that the two combatants of the very first AFL game meet in throwback uniforms. On September 9th, 1960, the Denver Broncos defeated the Boston Patriots 13-10 to kick off the beginning of the influential league.
What a flawless start to the season it has been for Kyle Orton, only starting quarterback in the league who has not thrown a pick this season. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, mistake-free. And one of the many reasons why this Broncos bunch has been a big early season surprise at 4-0. Orton already lining up wide to the left as the Broncos come out with a surprise formation. Moreno, the rookie running back, takes the direct snap, and he stiff arms a couple and gets out for a gain of 12 yards. This is something they just put in the program this week at practice.
Yeah, you're right, Jim. Watching practice, it's called Wild Horses here in Denver. And the Patriots looked like they had a chance to make the tackle for no gain, but missed tackles, kind of reminiscent of what they did against the Miami Dolphins last year when they saw this for the first time.
Now Orton comes out of the slot and directly back under center. This Wild Horses formation on the first 2 snaps. Orton, though, throws it, and it's pulled down by Brandon Marshall, wrapped up quickly by Bodden.
Where you go?
Second down and 9. And a good play action fake, and the pass coming over to Marshall. His second grab breaks a couple of New England attempts, just as he did against the Cowboys late last week to win it. That goes for 13 yards. Orton shifts over to the right side, back to the Wild Horses formation. Moreno plows ahead for a quick 5. Orton completes it to Scheffler, who hurdles for a couple more, and they're down to the New England 35-yard line. He hopped right over Lee Bodden, goes for 14.
Well, this shifting, this formation, what it's doing, it makes the New England Patriots simplify what they're doing on the defensive side. In the NFL, anytime you get a quarterback and he knows what he's going to get in pass coverage, especially when it's something that's simple and routine, they are going to complete the passes.
So Orton wide to the left, direct snap again, Moreno, and it goes for another quick 5-yard clip. Now, one of the reasons in talking to Josh McDaniels on Friday, they wanted to go to this attack, and again, they just implemented it in practice this week, was to try to simplify what the defense is showing them.
We used a little bit of the quarterback out of the backfield to try to simplify some of the things they were trying to do defensively. Whether that worked a whole lot or not, I think we made some plays out of it.
Here they go again with Moreno, and they do adjust, and that's the first time they've slowed it down. Well, this time it's going to be Orton out of the shotgun on 3rd down and 6. Well sealed the pocket, and the pass incomplete. It was intended for Brandon Stokely, and McGowan helped break it up. McGowan in there today for Sanders, as he was a week ago.
Yeah, inside, watch Stokely as he comes across the middle. This is something the New England Patriots see every single day when they practice. So McGowan knew it, stood his ground, and waited for the receiver to break back out, and he was all over the pass.
Former Patriot long snapper Lonnie Paxton will send it back to Brett Kern, and Matt Prater will try it from 48 yards. He's 8 of 10 on the season. Got a big leg, big success outside of 50. Prater's kick, not this time. Wide right. Brady, who has had trouble in his career against Denver, comes to the line at the 38 to begin things. The Patriots at 3-1 off a victory against Baltimore last week. It's Sammy Morris getting the start as Taylor is out today, dinged with an ankle. That's a gain of 6. They send Kevin Falk back to the left side. Another running play, and Morris grabbed by the ankle. Stepping up and making the hit is Jack Williams. Second-year man out of Kent State. Brady, he's got the time to stand still, and he hits Edelman, who has the first. There's another rookie and another player out of Kent State. 7th-round pick, picks up 6 and a first. On first down, they fake the reverse. Looking screen, it's Morris. Blockers in front, clear it. Morris inside the 30 and inside the 20 and plows ahead to the 15. Running behind Mankins and Copeland. Boy, did they open up that side. Goes for 35.
Looked like the opening play of the Super Bowl a couple years ago, except this time they hit it. Fake the reverse. You got everybody moving to the opposite side where the screen is going to be. Mankins, you're right, Jim. Offensive linemen on screens. If you hit the ground, you're going to make defensive players at least slow down and jump over you. That creates the running lane for Morris.
From the 15. Morris. Maybe a yard. Doomerville and others. Second out of 9. Morris smashes. And he's stuck then at the 9. Chris Baker helped open up that right side for 6.
You know, as I watch these plays, New England, with their array of formations and personnel, that time the whole Denver defense, they were all standing, looking at each other, making signs. They are a defense. They change according to what you do. They change plays, who's going to cover who, depending on your personnel. Very complicated, but they've made it work so far this year.
Giving up only 2 touchdowns as the Denver defense through 4 games, including no touchdown passes on the season. It's a 3rd and 3, and Brady looking in zone, slashing in. That is a touchdown to Welker. That's the first touchdown pass allowed by the Denver defense, and it is Wes Welker from 8 yards out.
It would take a combination like Brady to Welker to do it too. Watch Welker come in and make all these moves. It's in, it's out, and then he comes back inside. Woodyard, how can you cover something like that? Pass protection excellent. Tom Brady steps up in the pocket and makes it happen.
The Broncos unbridled the wild horses, but the Patriots managed to rein in the game's first score.
Brady throws over the middle. Welker has it, dives for the end zone, touchdown!
More from Mile High when we return.
Very conventional this time. Orton under center. Hochstein runs to the left side. They go with Moreno. And picks up 3. Here's the play with Moreno. Moreno breaks the tackle, and he's got a first down out at the 35-yard line. Burst free for 12.
Couple times they've had the point of attack. The New England Patriots, they stop it, but somebody's got to put their arms around Sean Moreno. Good job of staying alive, keeping his vision, and breaking outside to get a first down.
Correll Buckhalter, their leading rusher, inactive today, just like Taylor on the other side, also out with an ankle. That's now the 4th play already for the Broncos. They went for at least 10 yards. Orton dumps it, and Moreno fumbled it on the back end. He thought he was down. He's pointing down, but the officials still haven't agreed with that.
Feels that the ball was fumbled, recovered by the defense. First down, New England.
I'm worried about anybody that puts the ball on the ground, but you know, I feel pretty comfortable with him. He doesn't normally do that. I know he let it out there a few times today, and we can't continue to do that. We got to work hard to make sure that doesn't happen, but you know, have confidence in him.
Nobody wants to fumble. Obviously, he doesn't want to fumble. Our offense doesn't want to fumble. We'd like to play turnover free, but it happens. You got to move on, and he's certainly a competitor, and he's going to try to make up for that fumble with some special runs.
Big and fast. When you're big and fast, you hit somebody carrying the football, sometimes it's going to come loose.
Boy, Josh McDaniels is looking up at the big screen here, and he's really wondering, do I want to go waste a timeout and issue a challenge that he probably won't win? He's going to go ahead and have him review it.
Well, it's such a big play. If there's any doubt, first half of the game, you challenge it.
After review, The ruling on the field is confirmed.
From the 43, Morris. Oh, a nice couple of cuts. The 3 tight ends in for New England. That run by Morris was good enough for a first. They're going to run it again. This time a good stick. Coming up and making the play first was Brian Dawkins. It's a 3rd and 12. From the Denver 35, Brady steps up, launches it long, wide open and over the head of Moss. Been waiting this season to see these two hook up on a long one, and they had a chance right here.
It's a blitz, and it's really well designed. They get both receivers going up the field, and when the first one breaks out, Goodman goes for it, and Tom Brady knows it doesn't come much easier than that throw to Randy Moss.
You said he was overthrowing in the first couple of weeks. The last week he was on target. You felt more than any other game so far. But that's one he'd love to have back. Gostowski, this will be from 53 yards. Gostowski's kick. It's a beauty. And it's good. That's a career-long kick for Gostowski.
New England extends their lead to 10. Will the Patriots run away with the game? Find out when NFL Replay returns.
7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Good starting point for Denver. Orton completes it. Jabbar Gaffney. And the Broncos will begin the second quarter in New England territory. First down from the New England 43. Moreno for no gain. Moreno may have been a little dinged on that last play. Here on second down, Orton. Back over to Gaffney. It'll be 3rd and about 6 coming up. Lamont Jordan, another former Patriot on this Bronco roster, in. Moreno out. Need to get to the 34 for the first. 3rd down. Orton. Oh, and in and out of the hands of Scheffler. That was McGowan who broke that one up. They begin at the 20 and out of the gun. Brady over to Welker for 6. On 2nd and 4, it's Edelman sidestepping a hit. He's about a yard shy of the first. 3rd and a yard. Maroney. Just enough for the first. Picked up a little more than a yard and a new set of downs. He earns that other handle and makes good use of it. Maroney for 10. Logan Mankins, watch number 70. Help open up things right in the middle.
You know, it's not all zone blocking where you just kind of all go off at one level. Mankins comes around, showing that he's versatile, gets a good kick out. The run is a little delayed to the left. It comes back to the right, so he catches the defense off guard just enough to get him a first down.
2nd and 7. Welker shakes free. Welker, there's a flag down. He's to the 41 of Denver.
It's going to be, are there 12 defenders on the field?
Defense, 12 men. That penalty's declined. Result of the play, first down.
I didn't know you could count to 12 that fast.
Wow, that's just not nice. I'm a quick counter. Let's just try to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How about that, Jim?
And that's illegal? How long have they been getting away with that?
No, they're just saying count to 12.
Goes for 15, and Brady almost lost the football and wisely throws it out. It's a 2nd and 10 for Brady, operating from the Denver 41. Pump fake, second time throws it, and that's incomplete. Well, they give him the catch. They're going to give him the catch. Chris Baker. That almost looked like it was a pick opportunity. Gain of 3.
I know one thing. They're making Tom Brady throw the football in some tight windows. That's going to be incomplete if they want to challenge it, but it's only a yard or 2. So it's not worth a challenge, I don't think, by Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, they officially give him 3 yards, but Denver's going to let it go. Are they?
No,
they've thrown the challenge flag. They're going to try to recover the 3 yards.
I would have saved it. 3 yards in this situation, I definitely would have saved it.
After reviewing the play, the ball hit the ground, the player lost possession. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 10. Please set the game clock to 10:01. 10:01, please. Denver will not be charged with a timeout, but that is their second replay challenge and final replay challenge.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you what, those 3 yards, is it worth it to not be able to have any kind of chance at a challenge? A 3rd and 10 from the 41. And that's fought into traffic at the 37. And there's a late set of flags. 4 or 5 of them flying.
We got a dead ball.
After the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 70 on the offense. It will be 4th down after the 15-yard penalty.
Let me ask you this. Had there not been that call against Mankins, it would have been about a 54, 55-yard field goal try if they went that way with Gostowski. Watch 70 come in at the back end of this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The football, the play's over. Logan Mankins, Jim, absolutely. That's why they ran the draw play. They were going to just go for a long field goal. And the way they were going to kick it, I believe there's just a little breeze going that way.
The Broncos D stopped the Pats, but can the Denver offense get something started?
Orton, 3-step drop, throws to the right side, catch is made!
NFL replay returns after this.
Orton in big trouble, and he is sacked. Patriots get to him. Ninkovich, backup linebacker, in on that.
Just the coverage down the field. Look at that. Nice protection to start with. And it's a 2-yard sack.
They call it 2nd and 13 with a play action. Looking across the middle. Marshall holds on. Took a couple of wallops. He's within a couple of the first. Merriweather popped him pretty good. 3rd and 2 coming up. Marshall is becoming now, with each passing week after being suspended in training camp, that chemistry, it's coming on with Kyle Orton. Orton was very freely talking about it to us on Friday. Over to Royal. He has the first and gets near the 30, working on Lee Botton. Gain of 10. A first down for the Broncos at the 28. Coming off a New England timeout. Orton from the pocket zips it in there with a flag down. Royal has it out at the 41.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, number 94, defense.
Well,
that 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play.
That'll put the
Automatic
football
first down.
onto the New England side of the field.
Ty Warren, good protection. Boy, good job by Kyle Orton. Pulls it down.
Who? There's Moreno for the first down. Quick explosion up the middle behind Holstein and others. And Denver, remember, they had it 2nd and 13 back at their own 7 on this drive, and now they're moving deep into New England territory.
Well, Holstein comes across, and he blocks Vince Wilfork. and it opens up the hole. Nice move by Moreno. Oh, he's got two hands on that football. He knows if Buckhalter was healthy after that fumble, he might have been on the bench the rest of the day.
Got 48 yards here in the half. On first down, Orton to Royal with another catch to the 17.
A lot of the reads took us to Eddie on the weak side there, and that's just kind of the way this offense goes. We don't force it to anybody, and today they told us to throw it to Eddie Royal, so we threw it to Eddie Royal, and he did a great job.
And this is the first game this year where he doesn't have the glove on the right hand either. His right index finger doesn't have a plastic shield over the top of it, doesn't have that glove, and he said it just gives him better feel, and of course he just trusts himself throwing the football. Here we go, wild horses. You were saying when they're going to bring it back.
Here it is. Orton actually will come back in the center. He eyes the defense and returns. Takes the snap, flings it to the 10. And that's Marshall, 2 yards short of a first. And a third, we'll call it 3. Pass caught, and it's a touchdown. Brandon Marshall, right over Sean Springs.
Kyle threw an awesome ball. He put it the only place he could put it for me to make a play, and we converted.
And Brandon Marshall's so strong. And what you do is you end up fighting him, and then when you're still trying to get some leverage, he's already found the football and you haven't.
You know, talking to Josh McDaniels, he had high praise for Marshall and his skills. He's a big receiver with small receiver skills, is what he had to say about him.
Yeah, that's quite a compliment. That he can play strong, he can go up in situations like this, outfight the defenders for the football, but also small receiver skills. Quick out of breaks, runs good routes. Well, it looked like last week against Terrence Newman. He just goes up, puts both hands on the football, and brings it in.
A 90-yard touchdown drive engineered by Orton. That's Denver's longest TD drive of this season. First down, setting up screen to Falk. Falk splits defenders, takes it to the 33, give him 7, maybe 8. Maroney in the backfield. And a sliding catch for a first. It's Welker. Goes for 13. Patriots trying to do a little business here before the half. Again, they're out of timeouts. Blitz, and Brady somehow got it away. That was DJ Williams in on him in a hurry. Brady strong enough to shake it off and at least get an incompletion out of it. Third down and 9. Open is Welker. And he takes it to the Broncos 37, picks up 17. Boy, is he reliable.
He looks, nobody's open, and then he comes to his outlet receiver. How about that? Your outlet receiver is 10 to 15 yards down the field, breaking outside.
2 minutes to go in the half. Patriots, no timeouts. First down, Denver 37.
That's what makes this offense unique.
Brady having to move around a little bit, still untouched. Gets it to Falk to the 21. Boy, they giving Brady time, except that one hit by DJ Williams. That goes for 16.
Yeah, you're right, Jim. The only time they're getting pressure on Tom Brady is some type of unique look or a blitz. When it's the 4-down defensive lineman, the Patriots are winning that battle every time.
Welker bobbles it, holds on to the 10 and a first down.
Plenty of time.
Yep. Second and goal. Throw it to the 7. It's Falk. Third down on the way. Clock running inside of 20. 3rd and goal to go.
He throws it in bounds. They better be ready to run that field goal team on.
Brady to the end zone, touchdown, Benjamin Watson.
They wouldn't have made it. But Tom Brady, the New England sideline was screaming, trying to get his attention. I'm sure he was aware of what was going on. But Ben Watson inside, nice fake, comes across. There's a mix-up in there by the linebackers. One's playing man-to-man coverage, the other's playing zone, and that's why Ben Watson was wide open.
74 yards. The Patriots drive in 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Randy Moss is playing deep.
Knock it down.
Maybe make his first catch of the day. As a pick. Here's Orton. He is going to launch it deep.
Oh, that was wrong.
And he's got it all the way to the goal line. In fact, it is Moss with the catch.
That's a bad way to throw a pick, but that's all right. Took a chance at the end of the half.
Well, I'll say this. I like the call by Josh McDaniels in this respect. He saw an opportunity and was trying to take advantage of it, where most coaches just go ahead, kneel, and go inside. Look at those red gloves.
The first half comes to a close with the Patriots up again by 10.
Sets, looks, throws, end zone, touchdown.
The second half starts when NFL replay continues. After 2 quarters, Bill Belichick and his Patriots lead by 7. Tom Brady is 14 for 19, having found Wes Welker and Benjamin Watson each in the end zone, while running backs Morris, Maroney, and Falk have been held to a combined 43 yards. For Josh McDaniels' Broncos, Kyle Orton's 14 for 18 with 1 touchdown pass to Brandon Marshall and a Hail Mary pick to Randy Moss. On the ground, rookie Noshawn Moreno has 10 carries for 51 yards, but 1 costly lost fumble. Can the Broncos overcome the 10-point deficit? Let's go back to Invesco Field at Mile High for the second half.
First snap of the second half from the 26. Brady sings it, and it's almost intercepted off the fingertips of Welker. Champ Bailey was over there guarding.
They mirror each other in so many ways because, of course, Josh McDaniels working there, and they've kept the same offense. But the difference is Denver does not have a Wes Welker yet.
And as Watson, driven down by Davis, about 3-4 yards short of the first.
And I know they go, well, they don't have Tom Brady either. Well, of course not, but Kyle Orton has played solid all year long, and he's played very well here today.
Welker lined up, flanking Brady to the left. And there's Moss shifting to a slot right. New England. And off the hands of Moss, the pass a little steep.
We're sitting there with a 10-point lead at halftime, and thinking if we can score on the opening drive, we're gonna go down and make it really tough on them, and we go 3 and out. So that's the difference.
28-yard line, starting point for Denver. And Moreno, just a couple. His wild horses formation brings Orton back under center. On 2nd and 8, he's got the first down. And that is Tony Scheffler.
I think he's 5 for 5 out of the wild horses.
A little play action on first down, and pocket is sealed. He goes underneath as his players were well guarded downfield. Moreno for 5. It's a 2nd and 5, so take away the first. And Orton gets one anyway. It's Big Daniel Graham, the former Patriot, to the 43. Picks up 10.
Boy, Kyle Orton is getting some time. Look at the defense, how it spreads apart. Little double move on the inside by Daniel Graham. Not quite as effective as when we see Wes Welker do it, but the results are good. Completion and another first down for the Broncos.
Graham's first catch. First down from the 43. Lamont Jordan is the running back. And a reverse, and Orton's out there waiting to throw a block. Marshall has it. And he's pushed it out of bounds at the 37. Picks up 6.
Kyle Orton, plenty of time, able to move when nobody's open until they do get open.
Second is 14, and reaching out to knock it down is Bodden. Eddie Royal was the receiver. Ball tipped and caught by the Broncos.
No, that was a little lucky. You need a little luck in a game like this, and Jabbar made a heck of a play. I saw him going up. I thought he was just going to try to bat it down, and he made the catch for the first down. It was great. I don't know how it got tipped. I thought we had a completion, and we got a little lucky.
But what a recovery by McGowan. And 90% of the time, when a football is tipped down the middle like that, it's going to be intercepted by the defense.
You know, he's going for Gaffney all along. What's the big deal? Back to the Wild Horses. And reminiscent, if you will, a little snapshot of what it was like against the Bengals week 1. Here's an open Daniel Graham, bringing a Patriot defender Merriweather with him. 18 yards gained.
Jim, you said it to me during a commercial. I don't know why Denver doesn't go back to the Wild Horses. Once again, look at it, nobody in coverage. A little different look by the Patriots at time. They blitzed. First time I've seen them blitz that formation.
Second down and 8. Got Marshall set wide to the left. He looks right though, and it's over to Royal, out of bounds just outside the 5. Really close to a first.
A lot of times he was man-to-man on the backside, and we loved the matchup, and he was running great routes all day and really doing a good job on his one-on-one matchups and getting open. So we tried to take advantage of that as much as possible.
Very good, right in rhythm, and throwing the football right on target.
Moreno is stuck in the backfield and loses a little bit. It's Wilford. Wilford just breaking through. He was challenging Ben Hamilton, and now it's 4th and less than a yard.
Well, I thought he was going to go for it for a second. Josh McDaniels was actually looking at that play sheet. That would have been a bad call.
You're down 2 scores, a chance to get it within 7.
Yeah, keep the momentum going a little bit in your way. And you're right, get it down to 1 score.
Prater missed from 48 yards on the game's opening drive. This is 24 yards. And Prater drives it through. We got a 7-point game here.
The Broncos creep 3 points closer, but Brady airs it out when we return.
Maroney cuts back, going outside. Gains 5. 2nd and 5, and a fake to Maroney. And a wide open with a flag down. Oh, Moss thought about lateraling it to Welker. He holds on to it to the 25. There is a flag in the secondary.
Yeah, it's going to be on Denver. They bumped Randy Moss about 15 yards down the field. Tremendous play action fake.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, number 20 of the defense. That penalty's declined.
See, look at the fake. There's the contact. But look, there's no underneath coverage. And Champ Bailey, his job was to make sure Randy Moss did not get deep. So that created such a void, easy throw for Tom Brady.
And that's the longest play in this game. At the Denver 22. Pass over to Morris. Oh, broken up by Jack Williams.
What a job. Jack Williams says, I've seen this play.
A 3rd and 7. Drop back into the gun. Denver rushing 3. Brady. Denver says incomplete. Officials agree. It was intended for Welker. Brian Dawkins put the hit on Welker again. Gostowski already with a career long from 53. Good. This one from 40, hooking. No good. Wide left. Only his second miss of the season. He had made his last 12 kicks. This one fractionally wide. Still a 7-point game. The ball will be placed here at the 30 after the missed field goal. With 5:15 to go, third quarter. Oh, and almost. Bodden got a hand in there, so Gaffney unable to take off with it.
The defenders are getting a little closer to these quick passes, so you just wonder, will the Denver Broncos do a little double move?
Orton goes to Graham. He's gotten into the action here in the second half with 3 catches. That goes for 6 yards. Daniel Graham's father, Tom, was a linebacker for the Broncos back in the early 70s and led the team in tackles in 73, playing with the likes of Tom Jackson and Randy Gradishar. Third down throw, and it's good enough for the first. It's Gaffney.
I thought Kyle played really well, and hung in there, made a bunch of really key third down throws. Hard team to play, a hard team to throw the ball against because they disguise so well. They rush the passer pretty well, and they were trying to do that for the most part. And I thought our receivers did a great job for Kyle getting open, creating some space, and we threw and caught the ball, really well.
Gaffney really maybe underrated in his days that he was with New England. As Orton shifts back under center on first down. Got an open man, it's Scheffler. And he takes it to the New England side as the Broncos are trying to drive for a tying score.
Now you tell me, do you think anybody's going to copy this offense of the Broncos? 1, against anybody, and 2, against the Patriots. Receiver down the field, another receiver, and there's the third one. So pretty hard for a defender to figure out who he wants to focus on. And the Wild Horses offense, the passing game out of it is terrific.
Lamont Jordan crashes to the 42. And again, they'll go conventional on third down. 3rd and 3. Moreno is hit right away. Boy, almost on the exchange. Tully Banta-Cain, loss of 3.
Oh, yes. Graham looks like he's trying to get outside to seal it inside. Tully Banta-Cain, he recognized it, read it quick, came inside, and just ruined the play.
The Patriots' missed field goal keeps their lead at 7, but their defense holds strong to stop the Broncos. More NFL replay when we return.
Back at the 4-yard line. Spread it out from the end zone. Brady throws and over the head of Moss. Brady 2 out of 7 in this half. Quick toss over to Welker and hit quickly by Dawkins, but at least he got it out to the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. 17-10 New England. Final minute, third quarter. Brady's pass is incomplete. In the area of Welker.
What a job. Elvis Dumerville, 92, standing up on the outside, trying to find a way, follows a blocker in. It doesn't work, but Wes Welker went all the way across the field, stopped, and tried to work his way back.
Well, Bill Belichick coached 1 year in Denver. He was the special teams coach for the Broncos back in 1978. Let's check out this special teams action. As Hansen, he falls and he gets the flag. They got a roughing the punter. So instead of having the football at the New England 49, it was 4th and 4.
Running into the kicker, number 95 on the defense. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Darrell Reed, the former Colt. Oh, that's a big one.
Who's a really just an outstanding special teams player.
They got a little piece of the left leg.
Well, and you know the first thought is, oh, come on, it wasn't bad. We've already had that discussion. We talked about roughing the passer. It's the action. The leg was out there. You ran into it. If you're going to tell the officials, let's decide, well, was it really bad or not? Josh McDaniels says, I don't know who he's yelling at. I think he's yelling at Darrell Reed.
Boy, he is hot.
He'll be thinking about those couple throws that he missed. One to keep a drive going, the other for the touchdown.
And he hasn't always had success against Denver by any means. 1-5. That includes a playoff loss. He had another 4-pick game against him once. Nothing like that today as he is back working it with Welker again. Big Matt Light helped to the bench. Here's what happened. Own player, Dan Copeland, inadvertently running into the back of the right leg. Sebastian Vollmer, a rookie tackle out of the University of Houston now on that left side. On first down, it's Falk. And he's tripped up by DJ Williams.
Yeah, you know, Jim, you figured it would be a run, first play. Let him get in there and get his feet wet because you know Elvis Dumerville was over there on him, on Vollmer, and so he's going to go up the field looking to try to get quarterback pressure, run the draw play right underneath him.
Penalty. Falk. Flag down. Dumerville won't let go. We'll check the flag. Now they picked up the flag, Phil. No gain for Falk.
Still, they gained some yards. Running in the kicker, they picked up a first down, so it helps field position for the New England Patriots. That could be
New England signaling that Denver side may have jumped early, and again, it would be enough for a first. It was 4th and 2. Can this special teams punt unit of Denver make a second big mistake?
Neutral zone infraction, number 81 defense.
Wow.
His movement into the neutral zone caused a reaction by the offense. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
It don't matter. It don't matter where they get the ball at, how many times we have to go back on the field. Our job remains the same, get back off the field.
Twice now, the punt return unit for Denver has given the ball right back to New England on penalties.
Mike Prefer, special teams coach for the Broncos. I don't think he's standing too close to Josh McDaniels here.
I think McDaniels was hot before. Now ×2, and Morris. I think he's going to get it with the forward progress. He does. He'll have the first near the 49. And 2nd down and 8. Boy, does Brady have time. He's going for the big ball. Dawkins had a play on the pick.
I saw Randy broke deep, and I saw Michael, and I just threw it up there. It was just not quite enough.
You know, Jim, I don't think he was throwing it to anybody. He saw Randy Moss just down there, and he said, let me just throw it up in the air and see what happens. We've seen him do it in the past, a 3-man rush. Boy, that helps out a rookie left tackle. I believe he was throwing it to Randy Moss.
Yeah,
Dawkins, good job. Getting there. Matthews just flying across the field.
Another 3rd down right here. 3rd and 8 from the 48. To Welker, deflected, and then almost intercepted, then almost caught. Bailey had a play on it, then Welker on the rebound almost picked up the first.
Patriots keep extra guys in. because they want to throw it down the field. Good route by Wes Welker. Look at Champ Bailey. He got his hand in there. A pretty unique route. Wes Welker trying to make Champ Bailey think he's going to the sideline. He stops, comes back inside. But look at that right hand of Bailey's.
Down by a touchdown. The ball is in Kyle Orton's hands when NFL replay continues.
Well, they hooked up here for a first down. That's Gaffney with the catch and the ball. He was down. It came out. Remember, they already did.
Ruling on the field.
He had a 90-yard touchdown drive.
The yardage results in a first down.
First half for Denver. Their one touchdown was on a 90-yard drive.
Even though nice play by the Broncos, two receivers cutting across the middle. Even if this football did come loose, they ruled forward progress. It stopped. That's what I thought the official. Bill Belichick's going to challenge it because that football did come out before he hit the ground. But I thought the side judge said forward progress was stopped.
The ruling on the field was that the runner's forward progress was stopped. That aspect is not reviewable. First down, Denver.
Going to pick up the red flag.
But we said many times today that they're letting the plays go. In other words, wait, let it finish. That football's coming loose. It's close. It was definitely moving, I think, before he went on the ground, but it doesn't matter.
So the football's at the 16. Moreno slashes out to the 21. In trouble, gets it away, and Eddie Royal has it out at the 30 for another first down.
What a job by Kyle Orton. He had to see out of a corner of his eye that it was a blitz.
Wilhite was chasing him.
Yes, it's Wilhite. Couldn't see who it was. Coming from the inside receiver. Unblocked. And moves to his right, makes another completion. You know, Patriots just not able to even get close to Kyle Orton. Plenty of time to throw the football.
Moreno, wide open gap ahead, and he's down to the New England 41. Once he got past that first Patriot, it was daylight for 27 yards.
What a timely call. They got him flying up the field. That's what it's all about when it comes to a lot of times successful plays in the NFL is when you call them. Good releasing by the lineman, Chris Cooper. Look at Casey Wigman way down the field. His block and the fact that he got down there gave Moreno an extra 10 yards.
Longest play of the day for the Broncos, 27 yards. Orton to Royal. Dancing around, and he's to the 35. Probably 4-down territory with 6:39 to go from the 35. Need to get to the 32. They come after Orton. Unloads it. Royal has it. First down at the 29. Moreno holding it with two hands. He's not going to cough it up like he did in that first half. That goes for 7.
Going to try to throw it to him this play.
Second and short. There's the pass, and it's off the fingertips. And a flag is thrown on Merriweather. Late hit on Royal. Or is it taunting?
After the pass was incomplete, taunting number 31 of the defense. That penalty will be measured half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
First down at the 11. Marshall fights for it, and Marshall gets it. Touchdown, Denver.
We told our team at halftime we need to have poise because this was not a game. We couldn't make up a 10-point deficit with 2 plays. You know, it just wasn't going to work, and Kyle was kind of the leader of the group on offense, and did a great job of staying calm that whole second half and really made a bunch of key throws.
We knew that he had one-on-one coverage on the backside, and we figured that they certainly had to respect his vertical, the fade, and thought that we could get off. So I was going to come back and get the ball to him as quick as possible. The corner really didn't have a lot of help at all for the tackle, and we thought we'd have a good chance to catch and run, and that's exactly what we got, and he made a great move after the catch and scored.
We just threw it out there and just made a move on the DB and dove in the end zone.
And the Broncos knotted at 17 in the fourth.
Marshall with the catch at the 5, breaks the tackle, dives for the goal line. Is he in? Yes, touchdown.
It's Patriots ball when we return.
The fourth quarter challenge for Brady, the master at these winning drives. 29 times.
Yeah, a couple things. Crowd noise. My gosh, has it been loud here today. And now, I thought the Patriots, especially the last drive, when Matt Light got hurt, they were very careful in their play calling. They'll try to help out the left tackle Bowman when they can, but now it's about going out and winning the game. 2 backs in the backfield. That usually means they're going to make sure protection first.
Set up screen right side, Morris. Bailey comes up, helps bring him down at the 25, gains 5.
How about that? Champ Bailey, we talk about him all the time. What a coverage corner he is, but he's an all-around corner, comes up and makes tackles too.
Second and 6. Morris runs into his own teammate, Mankins, and then is stopped at the 27. Josh McDaniels, the pupil, going against the mentor, Bill Belichick. Orton just hit Brandon Marshall for the second time today to tie the game. On third down, almost picked, but Dawkins had his back turned.
There are a lot of plays out there that I think, we felt like we could have made, and we just didn't make them for one reason or another. Whatever happened. We just got to make more of them.
Well, he was expecting me to do something different. I was expecting him to do something different. So that's what happens. That's why it looks the way it looks.
Dawkins came up inside. Look at Wes Welker. The technique by Goodman to the outside. He thinks there's somebody deep. Nobody there.
Morris. Oh, he shakes off a tackle. Was going to go for no gain, but goes for 10 plus. He got away from Goodman. Picks up 18, in fact.
We've seen it on both sides today, where the defense is in position to make the tackles and stop the runs for no gain. Andre Goodman heading.
Brady with his specialty right before him against a Denver defense has been quite the talk of the league the first month. Had given up only 26 points through 4 weeks. On first down, it's Morris. Ball is out, and a wild scramble for it. And New England maintains possession. That's Kazir with the recovery. On second down, Brady. Knocked out, and this time the Broncos appear to have it. They do. Broncos set up at the New England 45. Bonnie Holiday was the one who knocked it out, and Elvis Dumerville recovers.
It was a fumble at the end. It's exactly what it looked like. So throwing the ball, the guy hits me, we fumble the ball.
Woodyard snatches that football right back from Vollmer, who had come out of the pile with it, and says, give it back. That ball belongs to us. That was Bonnie Holiday. First Denver sack of the day. Boy, is it a big one.
Yeah, you know what happens, Jim? Tom Brady stepped up in the pocket, and he stepped up so far, it allowed Vonnie Holliday to come underneath and get the sack and fumble. And Josh McDaniels not afraid to show his emotion on the sideline, is he?
Well, he has been ramped up in this half, rightfully so. His team's come back from 10 down. Now we'll have a chance to win it. Oh, hold on a minute, ball's out again. And it was the rookie Moreno. They ruled him down at the 41. We saw him so cautiously holding on with two hands earlier in this quarter.
You know, that's a fumble. You know why it's a fumble? Even though he hits the ground, did he fall? Or the ground can cause a fumble. If you're not hit, the ground could cause a fumble, and you could review that.
We're inside 2 minutes and no review coming from upstairs.
I couldn't see if New England recovered it.
Orton over to Moreno. He is decked by Wilfork for a loss of 3. Just like that, the New England defense stepping up, setting up a 3rd down and long. Denver letting the clock run here. They have 2 timeouts.
Looks like a short pass will be available.
Here comes the blitz. Orton in trouble. Just holds on to the football at midfield. What a stand by Banta Kane and Will Hyde, who was hurt earlier.
Oh, boy, I thought, Jim, I was going to say, New England needed to call timeout. Great timeout by Bill Belichick. The blitz, nobody's open immediately. You don't let Denver get one more throw.
No
Denver defense showing their versatility and speed, and that's really what causes that's what's caused problems for all 5 football teams so far this year.
60 minutes isn't enough to contain this game.
Punch him in the mouth. Stay on your bluff, and let's take this thing to the house.
It's overtime in Denver when we return with NFL Replay.
Jim Nantz and Phil Simms back here at Invesco Field at Mile High in a 17-17 game through 4 quarters. Kyle Orton will be coming out. He'll get the football first. He's going to start out the overtime out of the gun. Step up and fling it to Marshall. And that ball batted around, and Sean Springs is certain that New England has it. The official looks like he's marking it for Denver at the 31. A catch for Denver it is. Goes for 11 yards.
Brandon Marshall coming down the field, hooking up inside. And you know it's a catch because McGowan doesn't even really get up and argue the point.
Now Orton over to Shetler, and 2 good pass plays to start the overtime. This one's good for 7. On the 2nd down and 3. Orton back over to Eddie Royal for another first down. 3 plays, 3 completions, and a couple of firsts.
Yeah, there's a blitz. Another good throw, outside and low. Very accurate and very safe. Ooh, there was a blitzer coming free. Good thing they had a quick throw on.
Here we come out of the New England timeout. Moreno, and O'Shawn takes it to the New England side of the field at the 48.
I tell you, just a good quick snap count by Kyle Orton. They've really kept this New England defense off balance all day long with their wild horses offense, the quick snap there, and their array of plays. And when's the last time you saw the Patriots have to call so many timeouts because they couldn't get lined up properly?
Moreno, who told us he doesn't watch a lot of football, never been a real football watcher. I think even he would be sitting home watching this if he wasn't playing it. And he gets the carry. It's stacked up on 2nd down and short. Tough, no gain.
Tough defense to run against. And that look, Patriots playing run the whole way. We said it earlier. Don't run a Vince Wilfork in these situations.
With about a half-yard shy. So a big 3rd and 1.
I say they throw it here. And if they don't make it, I think they'll go for it on 4th down.
They are going to throw for it, Phil. And Royal has it.
Kyle's gutsy performance, man. He stuck in there, hung in the pocket, made some great throws. He was the leader that we needed today.
But they put all the receivers to one side. What a job by Eddie Royal. Fake to the outside and then swats. The defender, it comes inside.
Eddie Royal
Sean Springs, no chance.
Royal had 8 catches on the year through 4 games. He's got 10 today. From the 40 to Moreno. Moreno in the field goal range at the 29. Daniel Graham helped seal that side, and it gains 11.
Again, so quick to the outside. How about Daniel Graham on his block? He put the defense in a position where Brandon Merriweather was the only one that could stop the run. He's running too fast. Good job by Moreno cutting it back.
Jordan is the running back here. Lamont Jordan holds on with 2 hands to the 27.
They're in field goal range, of course. We see here in Denver, this is like playing in the dome. It's 10 extra yards for kickers. Boy, after that last block, Daniel Graham, an ex-Patriot, he turned to that Patriot sideline, and I'm sure he let him know what he thinks.
Second down and 8. Orton's going for the big one. Oh, and is this going to draw a flag? No. Eddie Royal, legs were tangled for a moment with Sean Springs.
Well, you said the proper word. Legs tangled means no foul.
Receiver's feet tangled with the defender. By rule, that is no defensive pass interference. 3rd down.
Yes, the last time they started undefeated, Mike Shanahan and the Broncos went on to win the Super Bowl. At 5-0, that is.
The pass protection has been so good today. I think you go back and you give your receivers one more chance to make a play and make the field goal attempt much easier. Everybody at the line of scrimmage.
And no flag here, going for Marshall. So this will call on Matt Prater. 45-yard try now. Let's see. There is a flag at the back end of this.
Offsides defense.
Zone, 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Boy, no one even on the Denver bench saw it. They already had Prater and the whole field goal unit team out there. So that moves it 5 yards closer, and they'll get to replay 3rd down.
Everybody at the line of scrimmage for this New England defense. The safe play is throw it long.
Going for Marshall one more time. And trying to reach around. He was really well guarded by Springs. And now it'll come down to the kick. Now that is defending your man right there. So a former Patriot who was part of all those Super Bowl wins, Lonnie Paxton, came over with McDaniels. He'll snap it back to Brett Kern, and Matt Prater will try to be the hero from 40. Actually call it 41, and Belichick's called timeout. And Tom Brady in his overtime career, regular season and postseason, 7-0. Never lost in overtime, but he could lose today and never touch the football. Now Prater, who was originally signed by Detroit as a free agent out of Central Florida, has a chance to win it from 41 yards. The two that met in the first ever AFL game, commemorating that occasion with the throwback uniforms today. A game won by Denver by 3 back then in 1960. Trying to win it right here by 3. Prater, Kern gets it down. The kick is on the way, and the Broncos are 5-0.
The fans have been so great, and the electricity in the stadium is so great that, you know, we had to have it. When we got it in overtime, we just had to win it. There's no question about it.
And that's where my family sits, up there in the box, and you know, this doesn't really mean a whole lot unless you can share it with somebody, and sharing it with them and sharing it with the people in the stadium. It's a great, I mean, it's the best place in the country, in my opinion, to play pro football and coach pro football. I mean, it's a great fan base. They love this team, and we love them. And just, I don't know, sometimes you're allowed to have fun. That's what I was doing.
I don't think he can go up another notch. I mean, week in, week out, he's the same. He's fiery. He's an in-your-face type of guy, and we love it.
And I lied to you. We didn't need 60 minutes. We need 68 minutes. All right? But that's what a good football team does, fellas. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. But you keep fighting, and you keep adjusting, and you keep playing hard. And with the guys in this group right here, you can win a lot of football games, okay? You can win a lot of football games. And thank you, okay? Thank you. Sometimes they mean a little bit more, all right? I appreciate it. I appreciate it, fellas.